Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Chris with Inside the U. I just got done watching the Miami Hurricanes baseball team go through a fall scrimmage. It was their third full fall scrimmage so far. They got started about a week ago, and it's going to go for about a month, fall ball is. And the way it is, they're going to mix in practices with scrimmages, and the scrimmages are great with how they get a look at a lot of hitters and pitchers. Today, I had a chance to watch six freshman pitchers in action, and I'll have my full thoughts on them as well as full stats from today's scrimmage on the InsideTheU.com website for VIP subscribers interested in more comprehensive coverage other than just my thoughts here. Also, I had a chance to talk with Coach J.D. Arteaga to get his thoughts on how things are going, and then Dorian Gonzalez Jr., who had the biggest hit of the day today. A nice two-run double to the right center field gap, and I'm sitting in the press box directly behind him and just watching him put that swing on it. Definitely a good swing, really hard hit ball there, and had a chance to talk with him afterwards, and he described his hit there. But, you know, one thing that Dorian said, and one thing that I've been noticing, and curious how it's gone, but he really felt like, you know, the newcomers were needed. You know, there's a lot of new players here, over 30 guys on the team, and it's going to be a very competitive fall. You know, Arteaga talked about it today. He talked about it with me over the summer of just, you know, they've got to make cuts. It's kind of a rare thing at Miami, but because of the roster numbers with where they're at, it's going to be very competitive in fall ball, and scrimmages are certainly a big part of that and how they evaluate players. But Dorian was saying that he feels like that he really notices the veterans. You know, a lot of these guys that came in have a lot of experience, and he's really putting an emphasis. He was a captain last year, but he's really putting an emphasis to the team and just really understanding, make sure everybody understands that it's really high standards at the University of Miami, and he knows, you know, getting to Omaha is the goal, and certainly making to the NCAA tournament is what they want to do to get all that started, and that's the goal. They want to get back. They understand, everyone around this program understands the high standards, the high expectations everyone else has, and that's the mindset, that's the goal for this team. You know, they, like it's been for a while, but when they broke the team, you know, when they put their hands in and they broke, and they say Omaha, you know, as they get ready to get going. So that's still a mindset, and I feel like, you know, they're doing their best at this point in the off season to kind of really, you know, punctuate that message to especially all the new guys. And speaking of new guys, let's stay with the hitters, because for me, when I came out here, that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see how these new hitters were going to look, and it was only one day. I'm looking forward to coming back out here. So definitely drop in the comments below. Let me know if there's certain players you want me to focus on. But, you know, with those new hitters, you know, all of those guys really contributed today. They all had a base hit, you know, essentially. A lot of the guys, we're talking about Todd Hudson, Max Galvin, Jake Ogden, you know, Derek Williams had a sacrifice fly. Those guys, Bobby Marsh, you know, had a base hit. So the new guys contributed, and that was good to see. And I thought a couple freshmen looked good. A couple at bats that I'll, you know, get more into details, but you know, Alex Gunsel had a good day, and you know, Adrian Arzaga, you know, there's a lot of interest in him after getting drafted, and he showed up on campus. Can he win that job at shortstop there? So a lot of things to watch for with this team, a lot of competition, you know, certainly there's no doubt about it. And then kind of switching from a pitching standpoint, you know, there were 5 total runs scored in this 6th inning game here, and you know, not a lot of big hits, but I thought the pitchers did a good job, and Coach mentioned it afterwards. He thought these guys, the freshmen, really, it was their second go around for action here, and he felt like they pitched much better today than they did the other time, and that's a good start. You want to hear that. You want to hear progress being made, and one of the guys that a lot of people should be excited about and curious how he's doing, and that's freshman Lazaro. And he's a guy that I was curious to see how he did, and watched him in the bullpen a little bit, throw a few pitches. Just a kind of big, tall right-hander, you know, and you know, this kind of stood out to me because, you know, he pitched 2 scoreless innings, and his first batter he faced, the first pitch he threw today was a swing and miss, and that's what you want to see from these guys with good stuff. You want to see that swing and miss stuff. So saw that today. I thought he did a good job once he kept the ball down, but overall a good outing by him and good outing by the other guys for the most part today. And just a couple other notes I want to pass on that I noticed today that stood out to me before I wrap this up. But you know, I saw a double steal. I saw some aggressive running on the base pass, and that was good to see. There were some errors defensively. Definitely want to clean that up. And And JD was saying that there's some things that they haven't gone over yet in terms of things that they want to teach these guys, because they're just getting started and they haven't had time to really get into everything. So it's just getting started with fall ball, and he's certainly looking forward to it. And another thing, John Jay was out here, and it's just great kind of seeing him and kind of think back on his time in his career. I remember when he showed up here as a freshman, as a player, and just following his career and talking to him, interviewing him when he was with the Cardinals. Whenever when they would come to town to face the Marlins, I had a chance to always catch up with him over the years and kind of following his journey. It's great to see him, and that was good. So I know he's excited to be out here. He's taking a class at UM, so just one of these guys that has been such a prominent face of this program over the years, and I know the staff has always thought really highly of him. There's certainly a lot to like about John Jay. So this team's going to get back out here. They're going to have another scrimmage this week. Hopefully I can come back out here. Again, if there's stuff you want me to cover, I'm just kind of touching on a few of the bases, a little bit of my first impressions of these guys. Again, just the maturity of the incoming transfers, a lot of experience. That was good to see today at the plate. I saw some good approaches from what I saw. And I'm looking forward to see kind of the transfer pitchers, more of those guys. I want to see those guys, how they perform, because this team definitely needs some starting pitching to step up, and who's going to be those guys. And to me, that competition starts in fall baseball, and that's what's great, and that's why I like coming out here. And just obviously it's a great weather right now, and they got past the rain and the storms, but there's not a lot of baseball being played around the country this time of year with this kind of weather. So it's great being out here. Love baseball, love covering this team. So definitely thanks for watching. Hope you have a good rest of the day, and take care.